Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here. How are you doing? Right, well, before we get cracking on with today's show, let's just remind you that last night, 6 PM last night, we had our little chat with Fresh Popcorn that told us everything that went wrong for him back in 2017 and what's going right for him in 2018. So why not have a quick look at that straight after today's show. Now, today it's Tuesday and that's request day, and on the requests, on the Friday, I let my Patreon guys vote for their favourite maps, and on the Tuesday, I pick one. And there's a couple that have been sitting on that list for so long, probably about 6 months now, that I figured I've got to jump them up, I've got to get them done. And so today, we haven't got just one map, we've got two. You lucky, lucky people. Right, so we're going to start with this one. This one has had so few votes, it's probably awful. Let's have a look, shall we? It's Bidino by Optimistic Turtle. I'm sorry, Optimistic Turtle. Don't necessarily mean it's awful, but it is your first map, so maybe it is. There's your start square with just a little hint of highway entering it there. And this map has got a real sort of like Australian feel to it. A few splashes of fertile land going on there. And then if we go and have a look at the Steam Workshop, yes, an Australia HD countryside theme. I'm using the Modest Lut, and hello there, BonBon here. He said hello, so I'm saying hello back. Not much in the way of tree resources required for this map, but it does have a real proper Australian feel. Now, this bit of road here, quite early on, see it's the way it's sort of like tapered up and in towards the hill. It's very nice. Could have been a little bit smoother for my liking, but that said, an effort was made, and it's, you know, you can see that an effort was made there. Just needs a little bit more work, and like I say, it's their first map, so maybe some way to go. Now, obviously, we are looking at national roads here, so not an awful lot of traffic's going to be able to run through this map. So we're talking about small Australian towns and a little bit of the outback in the scrub, you know, and it could be a nice little map for building. It's very flat, lumpy bumpy flat, but deliberately lumpy bumpy. Now I've got to show you this intersection. The reason why I had to show you this map was because of this intersection. Marvel at it, please. Marvel. just pick a vehicle and follow it as it goes on its way around and around. Oh, dearie dear. Now imagine how bad this would be once you started building your city. Well, of course, here's your start square. This is where your city's going to begin. And I am going to treat you by building a city. I think by the end of today's show, it gets to about 5,000 population, and you'll see how much traffic, can go through that intersection smoothly. Yeah, maybe not as much as you'd like there to be, but anyway, I digress. Let's follow this trip through the outback. Now, the other route there, we're not going to look down the other route. The only interesting thing there is there's a level crossing and a bridge to exit. And if we come up this way through the nice little zigzag here. Oh, that's nice. I like that. The rock placement's interesting. I would say it definitely has a feel of the outback. I'd like to have seen like a little lake somewhere. That would have been quite nice. But there's your level crossing. But up here we've got a castle. Okay, that's why we came this way. It was a choice between a castle or a bridge. Neither one of them. Oh, and we've got a few ruins here as well. There wasn't really much to choose between the two routes, so I chose this one. And then we reach the waterfront. And if we come around the top of the waterfront, if we do a U-bend here, a U-bend, and come back that way, now we're on the rail. Now the rail is a little bit lumpy bumpy for my liking, but it's not the worst. Okay, it's not the worst. It kind of follows the road and then it crosses across the road, which, to be honest with you, the amount of traffic on this map, there won't be a problem. And then we'll snake around this way back towards our start square, and it'll be interesting to see, are we going anywhere useful? Very up and down, very lumpy bumpy, heading towards, I can see some islands over there, not very realistic islands, but they're islands. You might want to build on them. You maybe probably won't, but there we are. Right, and then where's this rail going? Where is the rail going? It's going to run out of land. But ha! Slam on the brakes. Yeah. I think that could have been a little bit... Oh, is that a ghost tree? Can you see that? Is that a ghost tree there? Hang on, see if I can just get a better angle of it. There's definitely something there. Hang on. Right, move it. Cool, move it. Let's zone around it. Let's have a look. There, look. It is. It's a ghost tree, not a drowned tree. It's what happens when you drown a tree for too long. It becomes a ghost. That is crazy. I think we should put it back where we found it. Look at that. Look, it disappears. Right, put it back where we found it, and we will move on. Not too much in the way of interest along the coast here. Got some trees very close to the edge of the water. Salt water and trees probably don't go too well together. The texturing on the rocks, etc. It's a good choice of theme. It does feel Aussie, and like I say, the modest LUT I'm using with it, I think complements it absolutely spot on. So I'm patting myself on the back there. Slightly rugged landscape around here. So it's not going to be a big city map. It really isn't. But these mountains are quite nice as well. Yeah, I mean, it's not horrible to look at. It's just the detailing and the gameplay are going to probably be hit quite hard once I sit down and work out some scores for this thing. But yeah, some sandy areas there, which you'd expect as well. Here's that town I promised you. About 5,000 population. Let's have a look at the traffic, see how well it's flowing in and out. There we are, sped up to 100%. And, well, it's not clogging. Not yet. But I think there's definitely more efficient intersections we could probably use there, Mr. Optimistic Turtle. So, right, Bidino. It's taken a long time to get its review, but it's being reviewed now, and I'm going to give it some ratings. Yes, it's not the end of the show; it's the end of the half. Aesthetically, okay, I buy it. I buy it. I don't think it's brilliant, but it certainly looks like what it's supposed to look like, and I'm going to give it 3 stars for that. Detailing, there are problems. There are no major problems, but there are problems, and because of that I think we can't give it any more than a 2, but it's a good 2. Okay, and gameplay potential, well, yeah, you want to sort a few things out as well. I think if you're desperate to play an Aussie map, yeah, why not go for it? Other than that, probably worth avoiding. I'll give it 2 stars for gameplay. Bidino by Optimistic Turtle, and that is our first of 2 maps today. Yes, I know we didn't do the water flow, but what the hell. Right, what do we do now? Oh yes, asset. The asset review. Now today we're going to have a look at a creator we've not looked at before. It's Boldly Building, and this is Fire Station 2, which, to be honest with you, I like. The some of the generic ones are a little bit too generic, and the big ones are too big and too ugly and monstrosities. I like this. This just kind of, I think you fit this in quite nicely in your neighbourhoods. Like the texturing, like the design, nice and simple. Fire Station 2 by Boldly Building. Boldly Building, please, more like this. I like it. I don't care if they're all fire stations either. You can't go far wrong. Right, so that's the asset review for today, and now we'll go back to have a look at Mossy Mountain Theme by Mr. Miyagi with Player LUT. And today's factoids. All the gold for the British Royal Wedding Wings? Jonathan Wass here, by the way. Is mined in Wales. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of the town, but it's all Welsh. The national flower of Sweden. We've got some Swedish viewers. You will know that it is the lily of the valley. And I know you all think I talk a load of rhubarb, and frankly I do sometimes talk a lot of rhubarb. But one particular, I don't know how they know this. Did they check the menus? Probably. DNA, probably. Eating rhubarb in 3000 BC. The Chinese. I mean, obviously, what else are they going to eat? And this is probably before they were eating rice. Can you see the fields of rhubarb in China land? Oh, brilliant. There we go. That's today's theme review out of the way. Now, the second map, this one, like I say, has been up for vote 3 times and has had, I think, a little bit more success than Bidino. I think Bidino managed 1 vote in 3 attempts, whereas this one I think it's had 2 or 3 votes. And I think it's definitely going to be worth a look. Yes, clearly it's a snowy map, and we don't do enough of those, so I've been waiting for this one to come up, and they didn't vote for it. God, my BonBonB buddies, you let me down. You let me down. Let's see if it's any good though. Anyway, right, switch those captions on. Thank you. Snowpole by Checo-Mex. He's Mexican, by the way, or from Mexico. May not be Mexican, but he lives in Mexico. And of course, the Mexicans are renowned for their snowy landscapes. Here we go. It's your start square on the island. Nice. The resources, I mean, workable, I guess. Don't look particularly brilliant, but no, it's okay. I guess it works. You do need mass transit, and you do need snowfall. And then there's no required items, but they're in the description. There are, and you'll need a Vatican Frost. Put my tongue, my teeth back in there. The winter theme there, and I'm also using the winter LUT as well, which we used a couple of days ago too. Right, now let's have a look at this. Now there, pretty much perfect bridge right in the fog there. It's a shame it's in the fog. It's wasted. Very nice bridge. The roads much better than Bidino's already. Very smooth, very clear. Very happy with this. I mean, yes, helped by the theme and LUT. Looks very nice indeed. And like I say, I mean, you look at the landscaping, look at those mountains, don't they look real? Excellent. Excellent work there. Good placement of the trees as well. I think we might be on for a score here. Now we head down to this here. We've got an interesting intersection here that cuts across the middle of the highway. Not sure if I'm keen on that. Still, at least it's not the start square. That would have been ugly. We'll follow this and just see where the national road takes us, because quite often they take us somewhere interesting. Right, so we are now, there's a peninsula up here, which we'll bear right and avoid it. And up here is a good secondary start location. Get a nice little housing area, or possibly industrial area up there. I'm not quite sure without clicking on the resources, but pretty good. Now, if we go around the back of the mountain there, you'll join up with this highway. And this leads down towards, where are we, start locations and all that kind of jizz. This isn't the start square, by the way. This is just one of those ugly, ugly wishbones with the 2 steep slopes. So, yeah. No 5-star for detailing because of that. This intersection here is very nice. Okay, I like this. It's smooth, it's gradual, it's well manicured into the ground. Love that. That's very nice indeed. Yeah, if we have a look at this road coming out underneath here, it crosses over and joins up on the inside. I just like the way it's sort of like comes underneath its route. I love it. Okay, and that mountain as well there, I like that too. Right, if we head up this way, we will got another one of these. Hang on, this is where we started, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, we don't want to go that way. We'll go this way instead. Yeah, now here's your start square, and we've got this same intersection again, crossing across the road at the, oh no, that's ugly. That's not good. That's not good. The bridge though, very happy with the bridge. Good work there. And the start square is basically just, there you go, there's a road, build something. And I approve. I approve. Why would you want to do more than that? If we head left now and carry on along our highway towards the mountain range. Now look at the mountain range. They look really real. But you wait till we go back aerial. Here's your Cloverleaf Junction with another potential start location. But obviously not the start square. We can zigzag up this way. Oh, now this is a view. That's a view. I love that. It's going to be the thumbnail. We'll come back to that in a minute, okay? Nice cutting here. Just looks really real. Love this. Love it. Looks really, really good indeed. Now, water flow might be a problem, okay? We've got water flowing in this way. And into this, like, I don't know, bay, I guess. But we've also got water flowing down this way into that bay. I can't see any drain in there. So I'm sure there must be. I can't see it. Therefore, there's a possibility of sewage build-up. Now, look at those mountains from above. It looks like being painted in with the thickest paintbrush that there is. Considering the way that they've been drawn in, they look really, really effective. Okay, I am super impressed with these, and I was just surprised that they worked. I was so surprised that they worked. Aesthetically, I like this map, even for a snowfall map, which is not a big thing for me. I'm going to give this 4 stars for aesthetics. Really like it a lot. Detailing, I think it's close to a 4. But the start square location, that intersection there, the road going across the middle, really annoys me a lot. And yeah, I think I'm being mean by marking it down to a 3, but 3 stars is what I'm giving it. Gameplay potential, for me, no. For me, it's a 3-star. But I'm sure a lot of you are going to like this one. I think I'm being mean. I think it's a bad day for this. Snowpole by Checkermux. This actually, I think if I was having a good day, this might be knocking on the door of a seal of approval. So anyways, well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Let me know in the comments below if you think I have underrated that second map. The first map, I think I'm probably about right. Don't forget, click that link now to watch the interview with Fresh Popcorn on Skylines Talk. Very interesting, very, very interesting indeed. You'll be missing out if you haven't. Alright, thanks for watching. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series and have a great and lovely day. See you later.